You listen to me? Welcome to the PD Consultancy Space. I'm going to explain you more about what is it to be MCBPPD, how's everything going on in our entity, so you can have like a clear vision of what it means, so you can apply for MCBPPD and be the best MCBPPD ever for ISAC in Mexico. So let's start. So my name is Juanda. I'm the MCBPPD. I'm originally from Colombia. Then I was MC in Peru, and now I'm your MCBPPD. And what we're going to talk about is basically what's the context of PD in our entity, what's our current status, what's happening with PD, with our partnerships and everything else. Then what's the vision and national goal that we have and how is it going so far, our achievement, our performance and growth. Then what's the future, what's coming next for PD of ISAC in Mexico, what I see that you can be working on as MCP PD 1819. And finally, the MCVP experience that you might have as MC in Mexico in case you get elected, PD or whatever role you get elected for. And after it all, we're going to go for a Q&A space in which you can make me some questions and I will answer you there. So let's start. ISAC in Mexico for BD, business development, responsible for team leading and new sales. We had a BD manager, which was responsible for GT opportunities, was responsible for Youth Speak Forum. Something really important that you might know is during this term, we sold a lot of GT opportunities. There was a lot of partners for GT and a lot of opportunities that we sold as PD, but there were a lot of misaligned sales. So we started having a lot of partnerships that wasn't the most matchable opportunities in the world. So like we missed a lot and we had a lot of problems with our partners because we couldn't achieve what we promised because it was misaligned sales opportunities to which we didn't have the supply and demand, or in which we were not able to deliver our promises in our agreements. And also we had this partnership with Mundo Joven, which was like not the best one that we could do as MC in Mexico, but we started to working really specifically in Youth Speak Forum. So that was had a role specific for delivering Youth Speak Forum, delivering sales, and this was a really great start for Youth Speak Forum in Mexico back in those times. Then we went and moved to the MC Hub, where we reduced the PD team to just 2 people, an MCVP PD, which was responsible for GT opportunities, new sales, account management, and an PD Youth, which was responsible for continuing with the legacy that we had in the entity. So our Youth Speak Forum legacy worked really well during our term. During this term, the MC Hub term, to grow and not only the partnerships that we had to make Youth Speak Forum possible, but also friends and how we delivered and had a huge amount of people going to Youth Speak. Also, what happened there is we had really low incomes. We reduced the amount of incomes that we had during with the PD team of this term, and also we had a new partnership with Mafre. So with this new partnership, which was a partnership for insurance, we achieved the goal basically out of this. And this is basically what we can say about context of previous MCs that came to our entity. So I'm going to move a little, just wait like 2 minutes so you can hear me better. Wait. Hey guys, I'm back. I was going to a place with a little bit less of noise. So I'm going to continue talking to you about the context of MC Mexico in terms of partnership development. So let me check. Are you, is there someone listening? Yep. Okay, great. Now, our current status. So we've known the context now where we're going to move our entity. And we have this 17-18 team of PD. Uh, and some things you should know is that we had a team with a lot of mixtures in KPIs because we have MCVP PD, MCVP national accounts, which was responsible for making IGT, MCVP PDY that was responsible for leads of OGX, and MCVP PR. So we had a lot of people with different JDs inside the team. And yes, we still managed to make this work, but it was a lot of mixtures of KPIs. Something really, really important is here in Mexico, we have some really relevant national partnerships. So if one of you get elected as MCVPPD of ISEC in Mexico, for sure you will face with a lot of important companies here in Mexico. So it's really great, not only for your development, but also for the growing and the sustainability of our entity. Something really important is that right now we're contributing with around 60% of the IGT numbers that we have as an entity. So 60% come from the national account, the LCS itself, and also we contribute with the 10% of the national budget. So every year we need to guarantee as PD team that we have incomes that are enough to cover the 10% of our national budget. So I'm going to tell you a little about financial analytics of ISEC in Mexico during our term. For this previous semester, we had a goal of 390,000, and we achieved around 412,000, which was 105% of the achievement and a 200% of growth. We're still dealing and missing a lot of accounts to purchase because there was a lot of money that we need to, but we weren't able to purchase all the money. So we have achieved around 60% of our year goal. We still have 40% to go, but most of this money will be out of our money to be chased from previous partnerships. So we're going to achieve the goal. We're going to overachieve this, and this is really, really important. So you might know that you as MCVPPD of the next term, we are going to have probably a bigger goal for your year because now we proved that we can create more incomes for the entity. So something also that is really important about our partners is that we understand where is our money coming from. So our main partner that brings us the bigger amount of money is PwC. Currently, during our term, we have received 105,000 Mexican pesos. That it was an IGT, it is an IGT partnership. Also, we have government of Guanajuato. There is a project in which we send EPs to US and Germany to do GTs, and it is fully paid for the government of Guanajuato. And we have a co-sales model with an LC there, Leon, in which we receive part of the amount of the money. Leon receives another part, and then the rest of the money goes to the entities which are delivering the project. We also, as I told you, it's really, really important, our partnership with Mafre. It has brought us a lot of money during this semester, and we expect a whole lot more because it's the peak of OGX especially. So we will be managing to have even more money from this partnership. PwC, as I told you, then Iberdrola, and some of you might know we did this project through CSR to sponsor OGV EPs to go on exchange, and they will pay this month, and for sure it's one of the highlights of the year in terms of incomes. We also had some random projects that it was like they invited us to do a conference and they paid to us for it. We were like told that what if you send me some volunteers for an event and we got paid for this, and things like that. Some random projects that we did also during the term that brought us money, but it was not like a big focus for us. But you might know that some of the incomes are from other projects apart from this, and that maybe it's an area to explore. And also, well, we have a lot of small partners, like PwC has 25 exchanges per year, but also we have small partners with 2, 3, or 5 trainees, but they still contribute together a lot to the goal. So there is like 164,000 pesos, Mexican pesos, through IGT. So what I can tell you is that our main income channels are GT opportunities for sure, OGX sponsorships, and commissions. This is like the main things we work on and the things you need to know how you're going to guarantee that the next year you will not only sustain this amount of income, but will make them grow and have a better performance with these partnerships. So this is really, really important. Something really important as well is I'm going to go back into the PPT so I can tell you some stuff. For the next year, we're going just to have an MCVP PD and a PD Youth Manager. This is really important how you will manage this to happen as we're taking our national accounts to be MCVP, GT, and PR out of the PD team, how you're going to still continue growing in GT contribution. So this is really important to understand the role of the next MCVP PD is not only going to be account management, but also how you're going to bring new sales. That is something that we have been focusing a lot during this term. And it's going to be a whole lot of work in account management in the next year, but still you will need to manage to do new sales because it's the way our entity keeps growing in terms of GT opportunities, in terms of incomes and partners for our organization. And also how you're going to be a team leader for the PD youth and how you're going to guarantee that those leads and KPIs that this person has are going to happen, because it's really important that get out of your routine, be a team leader, because at the end is the experience of a person that is depending on how you do your work. So it's really, really important for what I see in the future of the role of the MCVPPD of the next term. Then going for money, as I told you, we are contributing with the 10%, but we're overachieving this goal. So start thinking how you can bring more money. What will you do with this money? So what if we overachieve the 10% of the annual budget? What will happen with this money? What can we do as PD in with which things we can invest to make PD even more relevant area? It's like things like start making co-sales with the LCs. So start depending a lot in the Mexico City market, which is enough, but we can start looking ahead and go to Monterrey, Guadalajara, many cities in the north and also the south of the country, which has a lot of potential with national partners to grow. And it's really important how you're going to manage this kind of mindset. So you will have this extra money to invest, not only in projects, but also in co-sales with the LCs. What I really, really will appreciate from the next MCVPPD is a person that is structured and organized enough to create a model which allows us to manage our accounts better, because right now we're struggling because we're not that much people. You're not going to be much people for the next term. So how you're going to manage this, how you're going to achieve a great account management, but still manage to do new sales. This is really, really important. So this is basically what I've seen so far from my term, what I see in the future. If you have more specific doubts, like we will have a space for little questions, and we can move on. About my MC experience here in Mexico, I will resume it first in the people. So my MC, the people that is there by my side, the experience of living with 15 peeps that many of them are from other nationalities. I'm Colombian, there are Mexican, Brazilian, German people. So how we make these people part of our family. So like there's always someone to go for food that is really important to me, but there is always something to do. There is always someone that's going to be with smile to do something. So I think like something that I appreciate a lot from my MC term is the people that is by my side, and also the team. So for me, the most exciting part and the most amazing thing that I will take out of this experience is I build a team that's strong enough in personal relations, in professional relations, so we can deliver results, so we achieve our goal, but we also are friends, and we are like, it's the team that keep me going after everything that happens during your MC experience. So I really attached to my team as a team leader, but yes, you will have this team also, and you need to make it work. So how you're going to LC visits, to conferences of the LCs, how you're going to maybe international conferences. I had the opportunity to go to the Global PD Summit, and it was amazing. I learned a lot. I enjoyed a lot. I went to travel. And this made me not only understand that ISEC is not, it's about many opportunities that you have, and you have to take these opportunities as yours and make the best out of it. And finally, the network. So understanding that ISEC in Mexico has an amazing and huge network that is deeply purposeful and passionate about what they do, and how you're going to keep this engagement with the network. But it's your responsibility, because as MCVPPD, clearly you don't have a network, but you need to have daily motivation to see those members working for ISEC, working for Mexico, but you need to set this as your purpose, to have a clear, close relation with the network, because it's not going to come natural because you don't have a commission, but you need to take this decision to make this happen. And yeah, basically that's it. That's about my MC experience, the context of ISEC in Mexico, what I expect for the next MCVPPD. So here comes the moments of questions. What are your doubts? What are your concerns? What do you think? What do you want to know about MCVPPD, about MC Live, about partnership development, about any partner that we have? So if you have any question, please write there in the chat of YouTube. And yep. If you have any question, please write there, or write a check, preferably, so I know you don't have any answer, that you will do these answers privately, maybe in a one-to-one. But if you have one that we can share, you can write it there in the live chat. Okay, so I think there are no questions at all. So anyways, you can ask me in private. And yeah, like I wanted to finish this space by saying you as MCVP has the responsibility of building a big, relevant, and sustainable ISEC in Mexico. Why a big ISEC in Mexico? Because we contribute to exchanges. As I told you, our main channels are IGT and OGX sponsorships. So by doing exchanges, we make a big important and relevant partners, and doing an attraction campaign with B2B or marketing for ICX, whatever you will call it in your MC, we make ISEC even more relevant and sustainable, because we bring money to make things happen, of course, and we make this entity keep going, helping through the national budget, or helping to do projects and run projects with the LCs. So we make sustainable ISEC in Mexico. Something that was really clear for me was the team stand and the team culture that we wanted to create as PD. Then we create something that is PD is here for you. And I really wanted to tell you this, and I hope you guys are here for PD. It will be here for you, and I will be here for you in case you need anything, and in case you want to live this experience that is amazing being MCVPPD, the connections you make, and how amazing you get in contact with external sector. This is really important, and if you want to have experience that really contributes to your CV, to your life, to your contacts, to your knowledge,
I really dare you to be MCVP's PD and be the best version of yourself and manage to do amazing stuff that you can do as MCVP PD of ISEC in Mexico. So with that being said, that's everything, and see you the any occasion we have to see each other, or you can talk to me and have a one-to-one, and I'll be there, of course, for you. So let me know any doubt you have, and I send you amazing hugs and a lot of great wishes for your application process. Bye bye.